and this is the astrological forecast for the sign of Gemini for the year 2016. Some of you are going to get quite strongly hit this year. Others of you are going to find it so easy. It's a real paradox. Let's deal with the planets in order, and then we'll wrap it up and do a summary. Pluto, I'm delighted to say, isn't affecting you. There's no sign of what I would call extremism, intensity, compulsion, or anything like that. But Neptune is. Neptune's been hitting those of you born around the 27th, 28th, 29th, even the 30th of May, big time over this last year. And I'm delighted to say for those people that the confusion, disorientation, nebulousness, uncertainty, and even the fatigue of recent years is now done, it's over, and by the time you're into February, March, you will all be picking up and feeling a great deal lighter. But Neptune is going to be moving on, and over 2016, he's directly affecting those of you born around the 30th, 31st, 1st and 2nd of June, in ways that does suggest you will need to measure your energy and recognise when you're feeling tired. I stress there is no sign of illness, disease or infection, but with Neptune there will be times of fatigue. So know when to quit, know when to say, right, I'm tired, I'm going home, I'm going to have a long bath and then I'm going to bed. You do that, the next day you'll be fine. If you fight it, you may be successful for a few hours, but then you'll be out of it for a week. Neptune brings tiredness and fatigue when he's in square, as he is to those of you born at the very end of May and the first couple of days of June. So don't fight it, flow with it, and you'll find that just those 4 or 5 days where you do get fatigued over this coming year, you can actually chill out and recharge your batteries. Walks by the seaside really help. Uranus is smiling on some of you. Uranus is bringing some lovely energy. Those of you born from perhaps the 7th through to the 10th of June will have found that 2015 has brought a number of windows of opportunity for more stimulus and more novelty, more innovation, more futurism, and that this is still going on. And it will continue into the new year. It will continue through to March, April, and then Uranus will move on. And from April onwards, Uranus brings those same windows of opportunity for you to break the mould, throw it away, reinvent yourself and begin again in a way that's really healthy, stimulating and harmonious into the lives of those of you born around the 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th of June. If you're one of these, then this coming year is going to be one of the best years you've had for a long time. In order to balance that, I've also now got to bring Saturn into the equation. Saturn's in your opposite sign of Sagittarius, and he is going to be opposing the Sun. Of those of you born from perhaps the 31st of May through to about the 8th of June, over the first 9 months of the year, through to the end of September. And if you're one of these people, 31st of May to 8th of June, there is no point in fighting Saturn, you can't win. What you can do is put your nose to the grindstone, stay below the radar screen, work hard, don't take shortcuts, do everything slowly, gradually, thoroughly and properly. And if you do this, what you'll do is you'll put in place roots and foundations for the long-term future. But it's not going to be easy. It's Saturn, so it's bound to be hard work. Structure and self-discipline are the key words here. Jupiter also is not being your best friend, at least in the first 8 months of the year. Over the period of January through to May, those Geminis born from perhaps the 4th through to the 14th of June, you're going to be finding that the over-the-top situations which have begun to generate themselves over October, November, December 2015, it's a time of reflection from January through to early May. But from May onwards through to June, July, some situations can once again get larger than life. And the advice is take the cream of the crop, take the best. Don't go for it all, take the top bits. Later in the year, July, August, early September, Jupiter's going to be hitting those of you born 14th of June onwards through to the 21st in a way that is going to be a little bit larger than life and over the top, but only for a week or so at a time. Once you're into September onwards, Jupiter moves into Libra, another air sign, and then all Geminis born before June the 11th, June the 12th, you should find that from September onwards you get that extra 1%. That's really nice. I'm looking forward to that time for you. Mars is going to be spending a lot of time in your opposite sign this coming year. There's a big Mars retrograde coming up, and particularly those Geminis born before May the 29th. You can expect buttons to get pushed at the day-by-day and week-by-week level, particularly during March and April, and then again in August. Count to 10. Don't let yourself get provoked. Mars is in town and he'll be demanding that you have a much more physical lifestyle. For all of you, this year is requiring that you act with more discipline and focus, whether it's through hard work, whether it's physical. And for some of you, it is a question of getting your priorities right. While for others of you, particularly those being hit by Uranus, there will be windows of opportunity. So it is a bit of a mixed year. Generally, the later in Gemini you're born, the easier things will be. Here's my message to the world and to Gemini in particular. And as far as Gemini goes, for 2016, it's an unusual one this year. It's not that easy. My advice is clear, especially incidentally around the big grand cross around the Gemini new moon in the first week of June. Get your priorities right, hold your focus and concentration, and don't get distracted. Have a focused year. See you soon. Bye.